Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We've got action coming at you right now. It looks like we're going to be playing on Tal'Darim Altar LE. Really excited for this matchup. I do have a guest caster here with me right now. It is Kyo. Kyo, would you like to say hi to everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Awesome. Now, you are the one who found these replays. You got us into this kind of matchup here, and it was really tons of fun to watch. Tell us a little bit about who the players are and what's going on in this match.
It's between ZeroVector and Pandii. ZeroVector is actually a good friend of mine. I practice with him a lot. Platinum Zerg player. Strong when it comes to macro games. Pandii, I don't really know too much about. The only thing I do know is that she is Liquid Red's girlfriend, so that's maybe saying a lot, and maybe saying nothing at all, but that's what I know about this matchup.
Well, that's pretty cool stuff. Now, let's think about this for just a minute. I mean, do you imagine that Rhett is probably coaching her through these games?
I do not, judging by what he says throughout the games, I don't think he's actually coaching her during. I think he's coaching her after each game.
Well, that's good to know. So what we see here is her skill level. So, I mean, yes, this is a female playing, which is, I mean, it's not rare, but it's definitely less rare than obviously finding a bunch of dudes hanging out, right?
Yeah, that's true. Careful you say that around Allie.
Right, yeah. That's right. Well, I mean, but there's just not that many girls out, in the StarCraft 2 community right now. But it's growing.
At least not taking it seriously.
Right. Yeah, and Allie, she's talk to us a little bit, since we do have just a little bit here before too much gets going. Tell us a little bit about Soul Clan, Soldiers of United Liberty, and what's going on with you guys.
At the moment, I think most of the group is into World of Warcraft. I do know Hulkster, Allie, Raider, and I believe Hawk now is taking more of an interest in StarCraft than what's usual. So I'm just waiting to see how far they all take it.
Nice. Well, cool. So let's see. We do have a fast expansion here, relatively fast expansion by Pandii. I think she did get it before spawning pool. Yes, she did. You can see the timing there. So that's kind of interesting. A single gas for each player. And look at this. We've got metabolic speed boost going down for ZeroVector right away. So now I didn't get to see this game. You saw this one though when that was originally played. Is that right?
Yeah.
And they go ahead.
I'm trying not to give anything away.
All right. Well, it'll definitely be a surprise for me. So metabolic speed boost. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm really interested to see.
One, he tries to get that speed up real quick. He likes to have an advantage when it comes to ZvZ. Usually, I'll see him go from speed to roaches. I can't remember what he does in this one, because he also likes Infestor play a lot.
Well, that's cool. Now, judging from what you saw from Pandii, I mean, what kind of level are we talking about here? Is she platinum level, a master level?
I'd put her solid platinum.
Solid platinum. Cool. So this is a pretty even matchup.
Yeah, these two are actually right on par with each other. They're actually good games.
That's cool. This should be tons of fun to see. So let's talk a little bit more, since it looks like they're slowing down here a little bit. Well, actually, looking at this, we do have a little bit of Zerglings coming into the base. ZeroVector.
For Vector.
Yep, sure enough. Roach Warren behind the mineral line. Trying to get some scouting in. Obviously, I mean, ZeroVector at this point is not really trying to do damage with these 4 Zerglings. Just trying to see what he can see, and does scout Pandii's Roach Warren as it's finishing. Pretty well done there. Good scouting by Zero. Did you teach him that? Be honest.
I wish I taught him that. Honestly, he helps me more than I help him.
Is that right?
Yeah, other than the actual playing against each other, that's really the only help I can give him is matches.
Gotcha. Well, that's probably not entirely true. I've seen you play, and you're a pretty decent player, man.
Thanks.
Pretty stinking good, I'd say.
I could argue with you at times.
Yeah, it always feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah, last night I was playing a game. Oh my goodness. Felt like throwing my headset. And I'm usually, usually pretty good at keeping myself under control.
Yeah, we got Pandii going in here.
Yep, we do have a scouting Zergling. Look like it's going to camp here on the creep.
Got a bunch of Zerglings.
There are the rest.
first action of the game.
Yep. Wow, she actually took quite a bit of damage there. Take a look at units lost tab. 175 in units worth, or resources worth that she's lost. Now 200. So she, I don't know. That was a lot of Zerglings to only get 6 out of the base.
Yeah. I don't think that went as she was expecting.
Yep. Couple misclicks there, I think maybe, but definitely not out of the base or out of the race yet. She did get this hatchery up quite a bit faster. So let's take a look at units tab. And she is droning up very, very well. 31 to her opponent's 28. That is always nice to see.
If you look east of her natural, she's going for the third base. She's taking down those rocks.
Ah, yes. There go the roaches to help out.
Do they have speed already? No.
No, they do not. No, they do not. But we do have an evolution chamber up for Pandii. And none yet for ZeroVector. How long has ZeroVector been playing StarCraft?
You know, I honestly can't tell you. I don't think I have ever asked him that question.
Gotcha. And, you know, did you know Shikoi actually has only been playing for a little over a month now?
I found that out last night. It made me sick.
Isn't that crazy? He's one of those.
He tells me he plays like 13 hours a day too, though. So
yeah,
I don't feel so bad.
That's right. Yeah, I don't get much playtime in anymore. Honestly, I'm getting pretty busy with tournaments. But man, this is tons of fun to watch. I'm really glad you got these games here. Here comes the attack right now. ZeroVector looks like he is going to be committing.
I like the surround he gets here.
Yeah, a nice flank there with those roaches.
Pulls out before he loses everything.
Yeah. Units lost, showing that Pandii definitely coming up the loser in that one. So really good attack there by ZeroVector. Pretty stinking effective. Now, talk to me about ZeroVector. You know, I mean, he's got all of his overlords camped over his base, and usually what you see in ZvZs is you got, well, I guess it's really the same thing for Pandii here as well. She's got all hers clumped up. But usually in ZvZs, you see these guys floating their overlords out over the map, all over the place for map control, you know, because there's so little AA in the early stages of these ZvZ matchups. I mean, is that something you'd like to see from him in these games?
Actually, it is something I wanted to see from him when I was watching this. I asked him about it afterwards, and he said, honestly, it was just, he was nervous with everybody who was in these games watching. Yeah,
and there was quite a few. I mean, if I remember correctly, there was at least 10 people watching.
A Liquid Ret was one of them. I believe in the next game we watched, in the third one, 6-Jack Major was in there.
Right.
So he was just, I think it was more nerves getting to him than actual anything else, because usually he has them spread out pretty well.
Right. So that's pretty good. He got the cancel on that
this
hatchery
surprised
there.
me. If you look at Pandii's natural, she went for mutas. That kind of surprised me towards this part of the game, especially since ZeroVector has a bunch of roaches, and mutas do little damage to roaches. They have the air capability that roaches can't hit, but it still takes them forever, leaving roaches open to do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you just have to you really have to have enough damage per second against those roaches to stop them from destroying a base. And the Mutalisks, I agree with you, they are just not up to the task. Especially when you get a couple upgrades on a roach, man. They can just focus down whatever structures they want and take a beating from above, you know?
They're beasts.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pretty good stuff. Creep tumors.
Finished his third base.
Yep, over in the backside.
Pandii threw 2 down.
And that is actually a full-size expansion. I remember talking to a couple guys in the tournament, in our last tournament, that were saying, I thought that expansion was only had 5 or 6 mineral patches, but it is a full expansion. It has all 8 mineral patches there. Pandii moving out across the map with, let's see, units tab showing 8 Mutalisks. I mean, yeah, it's always a good idea to back up here, but
He backed up to his Hydras.
Yeah. Yeah, those Mutalisks probably aren't going to fare very well. I would probably put, even though ZeroVector, let's see, units lost showing him, well, it's about even actually. I'd say that he's probably ahead in this matchup by at least 30 seconds. What would you think?
I'd say that was fair to say. I mean, she has an advantage right here at his third.
Right.
But he did scout the mutas well in advance, so he's got his spore crawlers up at the other two bases that are already mining.
Yep. Not gonna be able to snipe this hatchery. I wouldn't believe. There's too many Hydras there. Even just 4 of them should be plenty. Kind of a little spot there. Oh no, that spore crawler's still getting pretty good hits in. Boy, she's losing quite a few Mutalisks. Here comes the attack over here at that third.
Yep.
And ZeroVector cleaned it up pretty well.
One thing I want to point out is a lot of people, when they start getting attacked at an expansion, especially one like this third that's a little ways off from the rest of his base, they start to produce nothing but units. They keep forgetting about that base and getting it saturated. And before they know it, they run out of minerals at their other bases.
Right.
ZeroVector, he's making units, but if you look at the unit production tab, you see him still adding drones on there as he's going. So it's a good thing that it was good that he kept going, kept trying to refresh it up there.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best I can use.
Yeah, he did a really good job. I mean, always stay on top of the macro. Great idea. Oh, look at this. He's getting a snipe on. Looks like this queen gonna go down. A lot of these drones going down. So bad reaction time here by Pandii. Wow. That was actually a very, very good attack. Units lost tab now severely in ZeroVector's favor, I'd say. Really increasing his lead here. Pandii taking her 4th.
Another thing I want to point out, look at you see the difference in the population limits?
Oh, yeah.
ZeroVector's moving up. He's at 134 to 120. Pandii's capped right now.
Right.
ZeroVector has enough room to play.
Yep, that is a really good point. Never want to get supply capped in
A lot
a
of Zerglings
ZvZ.
at ZeroVector's third again.
Yeah. Gonna definitely get the snipe on this queen. Looks like most of those drones are gonna go down. Yes, they are. Here comes the attack. Looks like these... Oh, wow. Pandii committing here a little bit too long. It looks like I think I probably would have backed out a little sooner. So, yeah, that definitely good for ZeroVector. Well played there. Looks like he's going to be moving out across the map. This is probably pretty good timing. What do you think? Is this a good time for him to be attacking?
Actually, I think it was perfect time for him to be attacking. He basically saw how many lings she came at him with. That wasn't an inexpensive amount of lings. He knew she had very little military left, and she still had to reproduce it.
Yep.
So attacking while she's reproducing is actually a good idea. I don't know how often you play Zerg, but when you're trying to reproduce while they're attacking, it just seems like your units get there one at a time and they run into a wall.
Right. Yeah, and this attack going extremely well for ZeroVector, getting all those spine crawlers out of position. This hatchery definitely going to be going down. I mean, she does still have a third base over on the other side, but as you can see, it is not very saturated. It's only got 3 drones there right now. She's trying desperately to mass up an army for defense, and it is just not going to happen at this point. So I'd say very, very well played on ZeroVector's part, and probably a GG here any moment.
There it is.
Beautiful. Gotta love it. Thank you guys for watching this game. Thanks for coming out and playing. And Kyo, thank you for bringing us this fantastic replay. We hope everybody out there likes it. Don't alt-tab when you can alt StarCraft. We'll see you guys next time.